Welcome back, Tasties and Tastettes, to another episode of FTWGT Weekly. It's a two-piece and a soda week.
Come on now.
I'm Lenny. He is D.
Yo.
That is Dante.
What up?
Wow, bro, slow down. We got regular names this week?
Yeah.
Wow, you running out of ideas, bro. You going the lake is getting drier on me. What the fuck, man?
No,
I come in here and expect creative juices to flow. And you said I'm here with two pieces of soda. That's D. That's Deontay. Wait, what are we doing?
I didn't say Deontay. Yeah, no, you know what it is? It's actually gonna get us into our first topic. Thank you for that.
Okay.
I'm lethargic today, everybody. I'm not. It's not gonna be a high energy pod for me.
Bullshit.
Because I'm 33 years old and I'm hungover, and I don't,
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to start.
You're
with.
washed.
Yeah, don't fucking kid me. When was the last time, or how often do you guys get like drunk?
Oof. I purposely try not to get drunk. You know when I get drunk is when the drinks are free. That's when I get drunk.
That's when it gets dangerous.
That's when I'm blasted if the drinks is free. When they not free, I'm all right. I tapered myself.
Dante, how about you?
Honestly, I mean, like, last week, but, like, before that, I don't drink as much as I used to. Like, that was probably the first time I was drunk in, like, 6-8 months.
I know when I'm going to get drunk. It's like, it comes down to whether or not I eat food or not. You know, when we were at the bar last night, we weren't sitting close enough to the bar to really get, like, food and, like, enjoy it, right?
You know what's funny? You say that. It didn't click to me until I got home that I didn't eat.
Yeah.
I got home and I was like, yo, I'm hungry as shit. I was like, why did I eat today? I thought to myself, like, I was just at the bar. I should have ordered some wings. It just did not click to me because everything was going on.
I could have used them. Yeah, it was because I don't know. I think I drank like 10 drinks and just did it on. I didn't eat since this morning, or that morning. So like it was just empty stomach. Yeah, it was an event.
It was an event.
Yeah, it was an event. I think, honestly, I was thinking about this. Two of the drunker times, because I would consider, because I really don't. I don't get like legit. Like I get buzzed on a fairly regular basis, I would say, but I don't get like drunk very often. I would consider last night I was drunk. You've seen me probably at my drunkest in the past like 6 years of my life.
Hey yo, yeah, that was good times.
And a couple and I was thinking, because I include this now, like two of the drunkest times I've probably had in the past like 5 to 6 years of my life have been like, because I said, I just don't like. I've
seen two of them.
Yeah, I mean, because I would say last night, like, I don't get drunk.
You was wild last night.
Now I need to know, like,
you didn't seem that wavy last night.
What does the party Lenny look like?
Oh shit! Nah, that Lenny was different. Oh nah. Party drunk Lenny was different.
Does he get up and do a 2-step?
Nah. All right, okay, relax, buddy.
Party Lenny still don't dance.
Party Lenny still don't dance.
I'm just like myself, but like I probably just there's not really like a line for me at that point. I suppose.
Also, too, the setting that we were in when you was wavy was it was a comfortable setting for you, so you was. You was still yourself, but it's like the self that I see all the time, that we together kicking it, it was just out there for everybody. It was like all inhibitions was off. Lenny was on a level, cuz.
Well, you know what it was last night, I think more so, is like I was fine coming out of the bar, right? As far as like the drunkness.
It's when you hit the L.
Yeah, so I haven't smoked.
I knew that's what it was.
I haven't smoked in
I knew that's what
half,
it was.
Bro.
I knew it. The L put you over.
It hit me. It fucking hit me hard. And I was like, it was great. Like I felt like amazing, but at the same time, I was like, my brain stopped working. Like I just couldn't function anymore.
Yeah,
bro. Honestly, I didn't want to call you out in the moment, but you was.
Oh no!
I was cheesing with the squinty eyes, and I was like, yo, he's good.
I just thought it was just regular holiday. I didn't know it was because of the drinks too.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you combine like 10 tequila drinks. We took a shot last night before you guys got there too.
Damn, you was on level, dog.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely one of those nights. Like, and I want to say, like, just to be clear, I was pretty responsible as far as getting myself home last night.
Good job.
Like I waited it out. You know, like I didn't want to just hop in the whip and start driving irresponsibly, whatever. So like, yeah, I may have like parked it for a little while. And
kudos
just,
to
like, The only reason
being an adult, responsible.
my only fear last night was I just didn't want to fucking fall asleep in my car and wake up the next morning at like 6 a.m. being like, oh,
that's even worse. That's nasty work.
You know what I mean?
Especially after we had just saw homegirl get pulled.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Well, that was actually like, in obviously like that's another motivator. You know, not that I don't condone drinking and driving. Obviously, nobody does. But I only live 5 minutes from the bar, so you know, if I to say I haven't pushed it a time or two would be a lie. But you see things like that, and it does put it in perspective on like, even if I think I can make the 5-minute drive, it's probably not worth it. No. So it's like, yeah, you know, I'm post.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're safe. Good job.
And I got home, and I know my mind's running through like a million different things, and I don't even know. I started trying to take notes on my phone. It wasn't
from the night.
No, from like what was in my head while I was like
no. I'm sure the note was like Jaws.
Yeah, it was like I don't know. I wrote something about Jason Tatum in there.
Oh no!
It's like I'm judging Jason Tatum on the LeBron scale. I couldn't even spell the words right. I actually corrected myself because I was like, I wrote.
You corrected it drunk?
Yeah, I wrote.
That is not corrected.
Yeah, no, I wrote some stuff, and then I was like 3 lines down, and came back up the couple lines because I was like, well, that sentence doesn't make sense.
You reread it,
and then it was also as I was writing these things, I was like, well, I'm not giving any context, so in the morning, I'll have no idea what these things meant. You know?
Yeah, that's nasty work, man.
Like I think
I'm glad you're all right, bro. I'm glad you're 2 sheets to the wind. You're a little hungover.
Manifestation, right, I wrote. I don't know what that was about. I just wrote manifestation.
Hey, stat guy. I'm sorry, not stat guy. Young Dante.
Yeah,
can you? I'll be forgetting.
Oh, wow. R.I.P.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't know.
Damn, not fucking though. Can you give me a direct definition for manifestation? Pretty please.
Yeah.
In the meantime, would you please continue reading your notes?
I wrote proximity to getting drunk. What?
What?
Close. He was close to getting drunk.
Well, no, I don't think that that's what that was about. Okay. I have no idea what it was about. I did write when I thought about that topic last night. When was the last time you were drunk? I wrote being authentic. I don't know what that means either. Well, I know what that means, but like in the context of what I was drunk thinking about.
I don't know.
No idea. And then I wrote seeing the whole picture.
You know, as like a whole collective, I feel like he was trying to take it somewhere.
Yeah.
As a collective?
Yeah. I was trying to keep myself like in line with what I was thinking.
I feel like you were being too vague to try and get it all down, but now it's so vague you don't know what you were trying to get down.
No, but I was in some shit.
Your mind was in an inspiring mode.
Well,
you was getting it off.
You know when you're so drunk that like you kind of I was just doing like the one eye open to type.
Oh yeah. Never
like
mind.
like I was like
you had the wink.
Yeah, I was one eye open. Like I was like sitting there like in my bed like trying to type it real quick.
You probably put in manifestation and you was probably thinking like manicure.
No, I'm quite confident whatever it was something about manifesting something.
Okay.
Damn,
Can you give me that definition, Mr. Deontay?
The action or fact of showing an abstract idea.
Does that bring you any closer to your dreams?
Can you repeat that? Is there a secondary definition? Maybe hit the pronunciation button too, just so we...
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to come through the mic and everything. All right, fine.
Manifestation.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Loud.
Yeah, get your shit off, guy.
Yeah.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you want another definition, it was an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea.
Like, what could I have manifested last night?
Manifested getting your ass home. You manifested that.
You was inventing some shit in your
mind.
You
was in your head.
Yeah.
It was Inception. You was already thinking about getting home. You was drunk and fucked up. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, look at that.
So I woke up this morning and was miserable until noon. Like I just stayed in bed till noon. I caught a movie at 1:15. I was miserable there. I used the public restroom today. I don't do that ever. And it was just as you would expect. I walked into the bathroom. The first stall was just toilet paper all over the floor, and like some shit smeared on the seat. The next one was the same thing. So fortunately, I've realized, because I only sit in the handicap seats anyways, right? That handicapped people don't go to the movies. No offense if that offends somebody.
That's offensive because someone was handicapped in my theater today.
Dead ass?
Dead ass.
I've never
in
seen
the seats. In the seats.
Like somebody was in there in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Was it homie that peeled out last night?
No, it wasn't him. It was a black dude.
Because dead ass, like, for the past 6 years of going to the movies, I think I've maybe seen a handicapped person at the movies once.
No, he was there.
Damn.
I seen him.
Yeah, but so in my mind, they don't go. And I just used the handicap stall. And then I found, first of all, they didn't have any of those little things you put on the
seat covers.
Yeah, they didn't have any of them. They were out. And then
you had to make your own, right?
No, because this is my next thing.
Nah.
All right, yo. Hey, I don't like where this is going, bro.
There was no fucking toilet paper.
Your pants wasn't already down.
No, because I was prepping myself for what I was about to do.
I just wanted
because I did think about that. I was like, bro, imagine if I had just like sat down and went to go.
This is nasty work already.
Yeah, it was. This isn't good, by the way. Like it's not.
I don't like your options at this point.
Yeah,
I hate them all.
So
I don't want the story to continue. Honestly,
you went out and grabbed paper towel, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your booty cheeks hurt.
Yeah. My booty hole hurts.
That's
my God.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, pause. hey, bro. Don't come on this pod talking about your fucking butthole, yo. That's where I'm gonna draw the line. Stop wiping your eyes. I'm not laughing. I'm drawing the line that you talking about your asshole, bro. We cool and shit, but listen, it's some shit we're gonna put in the never say again box.
Well, because the handicap stall had no toilet paper, right?
I got that part.
I go to the next stall, and as I told you, there's just toilet paper all over both of those floors. Some dickhead like just unrolled every single piece of toilet paper and just put it all onto the floor.
That's rude.
So I had no choices, dude. And like, you know how it is when you're like hungover. Like it wasn't like I just had fucking tequila in me. That's all I had in me. And now popcorn just mixing in and sloshing around in there, dude. So I was just like, you got to do something. You don't have a choice. And of course, mid effort in the stall, the guy comes in to clean the bathroom. I couldn't wait. Like
bad timing.
If I had to waited like 5-10 minutes, a lot of my issues would have been solved.
Such is life.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe I manifested that, but no, that's more.
You didn't
like,
manifest that.
That's probably karma. I don't know. Like I probably had that coming to me somehow.
I almost squared up with people in my theater today. I too went to movie theaters today.
Okay.
And I almost had to square up with some people.
Why?
Great question, Lenny. Glad you asked me.
It's
I'm sitting in my seat. Remember last time we talked, I told you about my little seat debacle. No seat debacles this time. Sitting in my seat, I'm chilling. The movie is just coming on. Previews have just went off. Okay. Movie is not even 5 minutes in. I'm still texting, telling people, yo, I hit you back. You know, dicking around, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I hear some keys jingling. Someone's coming down the thing. Ching, 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 ching. Still getting my texts off. I look to the side. It's the lady, the concession lady, or whoever it is. The people.
Yeah, okay.
Theater people.
People work there.
Yeah. She's like, hi, excuse me. I'm going to have to ask you to not be on your phone. Someone came and complained.
What the fuck?
Lenny.
Never have I.
Lenny. I put my hand on the seat and I said, excuse me? And she was like, yeah, it's just someone already came and complained. It's not 5 minutes into the fucking movie yet, bro.
I've never heard.
The lights had just went off. I leaned back and looked back. It was like, are y'all serious? It was only like 5 people in there. So I looked back and was like, are y'all serious? Nobody says anything. Fast forward, because it gets funnier. We getting ready to leave. I was like, yo, so who snitched? Nobody looked back. Everybody kept walking out the theater. I was hot, bro. I was looking for the lady on the way out. I was like, are you fucking for real? Lenny, and my screen brightness was turned down.
My mind is blown.
I'm hot. I want to talk to somebody.
That's some like Karen level shit.
It was the most Karen shit I had ever been, bro. This is some first world problems I'm upset about. Fuck you complaining for? It's not, the movie ain't even start.
Well, I mean, my one question to you is why are you sitting so far up?
I was in row D.
Yeah, of course you were.
That's funny. Nah, but it's I wasn't that far up. I was like 4 or 5 rows in.
So this is one thing I'll say about going by myself to the movies. I know that I'm going to be on my phone for a large majority of the movie when I go by myself. In all honesty, so that's why I like sitting in the very back because I just don't.
No, lesson learned.
deal with that shit.
Listen,
But I still think it's insane for somebody to like
5 minutes in, bro.
motherfucker. I watch people Snapchat during the fucking movies.
I watch people eat Chipotle during movies.
Yes.
And you got some fucking nerve. 5 minutes in to tell somebody, oh, he's on his phone, I'm distracted. Suck my dick. I was so hot with them people in there, bro.
Who polices the movie theater? Ugh. And
in the middle of the day on a motherfucking Tuesday, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing better to do.
And it's like, if there's only 5 people, I can kind of get it if you're in the same row as me.
No, it was not the dude in the same row with me.
No,
it was definitely somebody behind me. I can count people. 2, 4 in the handicap dude. There's 5 people back there.
Handicap person, you would have seen him do it. Or you might have heard it.
I don't know. He can't just hop up fast, so probably wasn't him.
Damn, well, he could have taken the garter off that thing. He might hit 30 on it.
Why are you so concerned with what I'm doing in my chair? I'm so confused. The phone is in my lap and everything. I was hot, y'all. I was hot. But anyway, I digress. I just had to get it off. I had to vent.
All right. Well, let's get into our actual movie takes.
Yeah.
Then how about that, shall we? I'm sure most people thought we could only do 2 weeks in a row of Fast and the Furious conversation. We found a way to get a third week out of this.
Come on, man.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. This is going to be Dee's review of Fast 10.
Yes. All right, guys. So here we are again, another iteration in the Fast franchise. And for the record, I told the guys last night that I had not watched their review of it. So if I'm going to repeat some shit, y'all just bear with me. I don't think I am, but who knows? I thought it was an awful movie. I'm not for it at all. I think I have been, what's the word? Skewed. I've been led astray.
Honey-dicked.
I have not been honey-dicked. I will not say that ever. But I've been bamboozled. The wool's been pulled over my eyes, Lenny. And now I'm free. Once that shit started trending on Twitter about this is why I stopped fucking with Fast and the Furious, I watched Fast 9 and I told you, I said, Lenny, that was some bullshit. Which you then responded with, that was the worst one. I said, all right, yeah, that's cool. This one, I feel like it was more of the same shit. This ain't about cars no more. This is about a storyline.
I mean, can we get over this, like, it not being about cars thing? That's the one take I don't like anymore. Because, dude, it hasn't been about cars in 20 years. What are we doing?
What you mean it
Dead
hasn't
ass.
been?
Fast 1 came out in 2001.
It wasn't about cars?
I said it hasn't been about cars in 20 years.
Fast 2 wasn't about cars?
Okay, that came out in 2002.
Tokyo Drift is literally about cars.
Okay, and then tell me everything since then.
Fast 4?
Can you look up when, I already know when Fast 4 came out, but just confirm this for me, 2009.
Fast 4? What's the storyline? Because I know you've been doing this like recently. What was the storyline on Fast 4?
So Brian has been a cop now, like an FBI agent.
Yeah. That was one of the good ones. That was actually one of the good.
There's a couple racing sequences, similar to the fact that there's a racing sequence in this movie. But other than that, it's mostly they are driving. They're driving cars, but it is an action movie.
Yeah, no, it's
2009, right?
Yeah, no, this is a spoof. This movie is a spoof. It's a parody movie. I hated everything about it. It seemed like a joke. Everything about it is we made fun of pockets ain't empty, cuz, and all that shit about Fast and Furious 2. Mm-hmm. This one is that, but like dead ass. Like they are for real in these ones. Like this is all about family. This is all. It's tired, bro. It's tired. I've had 20. Huh?
That was a good impression.
I've had 20 years of this. He's hating. I've had 20 years of this tired shit. I'm over it, fam. The stunts is getting goofier and goofier. You went to space on the last one. This one, you fucking going down the Hoover Dam. Like, I'm over this shit, man. This shit corny, bro. I go see it because you invested this long, but Dee's movie review is the green splat. 2 thumbs down. I wish I had 2 more. The milk is gone sour. Put this shit in the freezer. I'm over Dominic Toretto. Everybody can fucking... What is death in Fast and the Furious? What is... I got so many questions. I'm over all of this shit about Fast and the Furious. Shit is some bullshit. I'm over all of that shit. That's Dee's movie review. If you gonna go see it, go see it. But, nah, I'm glad I got the matinee price.
You didn't do any of our review.
Okay, great. I'm glad.
You didn't overlap our review at all.
I'm glad. Great. This is a fresh new perspective for you to talk about.
Sure. I mean, it's your perspective. I don't agree.
Of course not. You've said for the longest you're invested. This is one of your movies. You fuck with Fast and the Furious.
I mean, but I'm
as
also,
a franchise.
I've also been pretty unbiased about my take on 9, like the most recent one. I think this is one of the better Fast movies. Truthfully,
you saw it, yeah, Dante?
Saw it with me.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I liked it.
That definitely lets me know.
I think, and I said it in our review too, is like a large part of it was I went in so ready to be disappointed. My hopes were so low that it only allowed me to appreciate it for what it was.
What'd you appreciate about this movie?
I liked the change of the storyline. I liked how they played the bad guy, and Momoa was more loose and fun, and I really liked his character a lot.
That is the bright spot of the entire movie. The two bright spots about the entire movie: Jason Statham being a show stealer as always for his little part of the time, and Momoa being a show stealer for the entire movie. The two bright spots. And I like Letty. Letty my bae on, although I like her little thug ass. But other than that, nah, I'm Gucci. Yeah. But what else? Please.
Just a minute ago, you told me you didn't like nothing about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As the facts change, my opinion can change. I like Mimosa as the villain. Great. Momoa.
I like that.
Momoa. I saw it says like Mimosa.
I'm normally the one fucking.
I like Momoa as the villain. I
was gonna let it ride.
He was. Yeah. I liked it. They let me know he off his rocker. Jason Statham, of course, a staple. My man is the monotone king.
Forever the transporter.
Him and Sean Connery, the monotone kings. I fuck with both of them. The show stealers, in my opinion, anytime they on the screen. Outside of that, I'm good. This is about family in a Dodge Charger.
I think the thing about this franchise now, and that what dictates and makes it as successful as it is, though, is the divisiveness of people who go to see them. Because I think that it is one of those things that you either love the franchise or the people who hate the franchise still go to see it to hate on it. So I think that that's like a large majority of why it makes the money that it still does. And I believe the drop off in the box office was pretty bad this week. It was like it was like 62%. But it's made
65%.
It's made $500 million worldwide already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still wildly successful regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that that's just kind of part of the movie experience at this point for Fast. I don't mind if people don't like it because I understand all the things you're saying about it. I tend to disagree. Like, I think the things that were goofy and unenjoyable to me about Fast 9, they rectified a lot of it, and I do think Momoa's performance is a lot of what drives that, because I think having a strong antagonist makes the movie more enjoyable. It balances out with the cliche-ness of a Dom Toretto a bit to have that, like the opposite side of the coin with Momoa being very flamboyant and everything. So I think they mesh pretty well together too. So like I personally, again, like I did this last week, I have no quorums. Like I thought that this is what I wanted out of.
You want two more of these?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for them. Yeah,
absolutely not.
I thought that this was a return to form in some ways.
Staying on your successful topic. So it's one thing to me, right, to be financially successful, which these movies are. They are financially successful movies, but not critically acclaimed, highly regarded. People are going for either your two reasons. It's polarizing. You either absolutely love this movie or you absolutely hate it. I'm one of those people who aren't invested in Fast and the Furious like that. True. I didn't see 9 in the theater. I didn't see 8 in the theater. Which one Paul Walker died? 7? I saw 7 in the theater. I didn't see the Fate of the 8. I don't think I saw 6 in the theater, honestly. But, granted, my little couple dollars ain't the biggest factor in their $1 billion success. But I'm also not invested enough to be able to want to go, this is going to get me off my ass and go to the theaters and see it. It's just not. And this was a further sort of indication to me, a validation to me that, the next one come out, I might wait for that shit too.
I think you say that. I think a majority of people might say that, but I don't think most of them will. I think it'll still get you out to the theater.
8 and 9 didn't.
Then what was different?
What you mean? With this?
Yeah, you went back.
Oh, yeah, because I wanted to talk about it with you. And I went and saw the matinee.
I mean, but that's how people, you could, like, that's an option, like, and
it is.
I just, like, again.
I went into it to give it another chance to say, you know what? Like I said, I had just saw Fast 9. So I'm like, shit, this shit can't be worse than Fast 9. And it's not worse than Fast 9. But it ain't that much better.
I think movies should make you feel something. And
this movie made you feel something?
Yeah.
What did it make you feel?
I enjoyed the movie. I laughed during the movie.
Can you give me, and this is absolutely me being at you, but can you give me an example of this shit?
What do you mean?
Which scene you laughed at?
We talked about this last week, the Momoa painting the nails of the...
Great. A Momoa scene. Perfect.
Okay. I like the John Cena interactions with the kid.
Love that.
Okay, so like that's two examples.
Okay.
So there's that. I enjoyed the action sequence.
I'm just asking you. Don't get defensive with me. I'm just asking.
That was a little bit of an attacky tone.
You're kind of being abrasive though.
Yeah, that's
y'all. Come on, y'all know this
like,
how I talk. Don't do that.
Don't
do that. Y'all know that's how I talk. Don't do that.
You can't flip it and say don't get defensive if you're being abrasive.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Please continue. What other scenes would you like?
Being condescending.
What other scenes did you enjoy?
No,
because you were telling me you liked that part, and I agree with you. I like the Momoa part.
So I was gonna say I enjoyed the action for a majority of the movie.
You enjoyed the action, okay?
Yeah, I liked the Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron fight.
Love that fight. Yep. What are I told you, Letty my bae. So.
Okay, I liked a lot of the car action sequences in the movie. They were perfectly fine to me. They were what I expect them to be. See, like, this is the thing. Like, what was your expectation on the action sequences walking in? What was your expectation on the family thing, which is a trope of the movie for now 20 years again?
You're right. You're right. I shouldn't have been let down because I should have known going into it that this was going to be a corny, cheesy thing where everything about the family. Yeah. It's about family. Dante's chain and his chain look alike. And I hated that part about the movie, too. Bro. I hated how both of the chains looked alike. I hated that corny piece of shit is still like a thing. I get it. Like, I wasn't a fan, bro.
You know what I think it was for you, man?
What it is?
Like you're already saying you're not the biggest fan of the franchise, right? And I feel like this,
but not a hater. Because I've seen.
I'm not even trying to play through that scope.
Sorry, go ahead. You're right. I apologize.
I'm saying I think this movie played more against the nostalgia of the previous films. And if you don't have that love for the previous films, then
can you give me an example of what the nostalgia would have been from the previous film that was like this?
I need to borrow Lenny's memory for this.
I mean, why is that? Why is that? It's your opinion. You said it felt nostalgic to you. So what was nostalgic to the previous films?
So there was a lot of stuff like when he was in his garage and there was all like the pictures of like Brian and like the old cars and all that stuff.
Sure.
The fact that in that first dinner they were doing, the grandmother toasted a Corona and like that was one of Dom's very early things. Like you could drink anything you want in this house as long as it's a Corona.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of fun stuff like that allowed me to enjoy this movie.
The whole
tie, the very opening of the movie,
the tie into the fifth.
The very opening of the movie, Dante, was the most nostalgic thing about it that brought it there to you.
There's more things. Like I said, my memory's not the greatest.
The entire villain is nostalgic. Momoa is a tie-in to the fifth movie.
Thank you.
The main villain, who's the entire movie, if you want to just be like, oh, it's only the beginning.
So let's take one of your takes then. Your take is every villain turns into a good guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't see this one being the case because it's the final run. I think they've left you at a cliffhanger. No, like
literally,
they've left you
literally.
They've left you at a point where he's set himself up to be the bad guy in the next movie already.
Sure.
Like, yeah. So if anything, you just gave me more fuel because I'm like, okay, one of the things I kind of hated and I did say was annoying about the franchise at this point, they kind of corrected it with this movie.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Again, I have no problem with you not liking the movie. I think you have more of a problem with us liking the movie.
I don't have no problem. You're trying to. This is the thing that you do with me. Whenever me and you disagree with something, you then want to attack me. I'm not attacking you for liking the movie, bro.
It's crazy
I'm not at all.
To say somebody's attacking somebody.
I'm not, but you know this is how I talk, and then now you're trying to turn it around on me as if like I'm the one that's talking to you like this. I talk to you like this.
So listen, I am okay with the take of not liking it because I do think you represent probably 50% of the people who are going to see this movie. I
mean, just look at the box office results. Like, only a fifth of their earnings were in the U.S. or North America. China was the one that was fucking with it.
Mm-hmm. Which we knew ahead of time, like that. you know, I definitely understand. I anticipated a majority of people to not like this movie. I think for me, I avoided trailers and I went in with low expectations, as I do in a lot of cases with movies. I don't get myself super hyped. I was disappointed by the last one. I am aware that they've decreased in quality from in most perspectives, right? Since if 5 was the peak, they've only progressively gone backwards since then, which is okay.
Financially?
No,
okay.
no, not at all.
You mean by movie?
Quality. I'm just saying quality, right? So I went into this being prepared to be let down, and I think that's why when I go to the movie and I'm like, well, damn, like the lead actor, the lead villain was really good in this. Like, damn, they corrected. Like, I didn't like John Cena in 9. I liked John Cena in this movie because he just played Peacemaker. Like, I think that that's kind of his niche. The things that have made him successful in Hollywood have not been being an action star. It's been movies like Blockers and Peacemaker and things like that. Him being in comedy roles. He has that movie on Hulu. That's also, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's really good. Vacation Friends. It's got Lil Rel in it. It's very funny.
I'll add it to my homework.
It's funny. But yeah, so like I think I go in with those things there. And again, I enjoyed most of the action in it. It's what I expected to be. Over the top, too much, cheesy. I think one of the things, and this isn't your take, I think this is just the take of it being like over the top. Do we accept it with Marvel because it was a comic book that people read and it was told to them that these guys have superpowers? Because all like this is now is just like you're watching another Marvel spinoff to me.
I won't let you disrespect Marvel like that by putting Fast and the Furious in the same category.
I'm talking about the way that they treat their characters.
Okay, can you tell me more?
I would even say death doesn't really matter in Marvel either. So if like those things are
that's recent. That's recent.
Why?
It's because of the multiverse and shit now.
How's
variants?
How's Agent Coulson doing?
Fuck is Agent Coulson?
Yeah, I mean he was in the early Avengers movies. Died, came back. He was in a TV show after his character died. Like they've been doing. You say it's recent. Like that's a movie. Those are movies that he was in. Iron Man in 2008.
Fuck about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
We just can't we can't move the goalposts.
Well, I'm not moving. You're right. You know what? You're right. Agent Coulson, I won't even say secondary, a fifth-dairy character that no one gave a fuck about.
We can just go down movie franchises in general and say, does death matter in movies? Because John Wick 4. Right? Is it okay if I talk about John Wick 4 now? Like, and not...
Yeah, I've seen it.
Right? Like, and it like I'm far enough in that I won't offend people by spoiling the end of that movie.
If you ain't seen it by now, that's on you.
What happens at the end of John Wick 4?
John Wick die.
How come they're already in talks to make the new movie? Why is John Wick 5 happening?
Well...
Because death doesn't matter in movies.
Okay.
In general.
Sure. Listen, man. If that's your argument for Fast and the Furious, great. All right.
All
right. If that's your,
I think it's corny bringing back Giselle. But what I did talk about,
I just didn't want to spoil that. Corny as fuck.
But I talked about this on here last week. To me, that's a transparent move. They've been talking about doing a spinoff with all women for a while now. You bring in Brie Larson. You bring back Gal Gadot. You have Michelle Rodriguez, Charlize Theron. You have dominant female actresses in this franchise. All very, very successful. I'm not surprised they brought her back. I'll wait to see their explanation for it. I haven't really loved the explanation they've given for Han, right? Like that's fine. But I like Han.
I like Han. That's the problem. I like Han. So, I just didn't want to continue to shit on it because y'all have said what y'all said. But sure, man, that doesn't matter in movies, but don't shit on my hand and call it sugar. Like, that's exactly what they doing. It don't matter if you die. Like, why should I feel the way about anybody dying? Why should I feel the way about any villain in any movie?
No,
you're talking about this movie evoked emotion. Well, motherfucker, what's the point of bring Paul Walker back? Give me the CGI Paul Walker if that's the case.
See, we talked about last week that I'd like him to be involved less. It takes me out of the movie when they include him.
Again,
like that's actually a low point in this movie for me. I mean, not to retread our opinions on this.
You two movies removed from Paul Walker's death, and that's the opening scene is about Paul Walker. He died in 7, 8, 9. So you 2 movies removed. This is 10. Okay,
it's a full movie.
All right, yeah, man.
Yeah, no, because I just don't think it doesn't really make sense in the narrative for him to still exist in the universe and not be a part of the family aspects of everything.
Oh no, he is, because it's all about family.
He's not though.
He is the family. You're raising his son.
Well, his son's being raised by his mother,
who's
in the movie and talks about him. And I think that's like kind of the issue. But you know, we can move on from it. I don't want to like kill people with the fast takes too much here.
For sure.
Totally fair to not like it. Like I said, I'd say it's a 50-50 thing for people who are they're going to really enjoy it. I will say personally, like just the overall, from me speaking to people about this movie, I like you're the first really, really harsh criticism I've gotten. Yeah. And that's fine. Like again, entitled to the opinion of it. And I don't think you're wrong on like the stuff you feel from it. I don't have to agree with it because like it's not what I got from the movie,
sure.
You know,
agree to disagree, John.
But yeah, I went to the movies today.
I will not revisiting it. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to the movies as well today. I saw Kandahar, which is the Gerard Butler movie. I had a interest in seeing this movie out of the other like 4 options of what came out last week, primarily because what might end up being my favorite movie of the year once I get to the end of the year and kind of revisit everything.
The year or the summer?
The year.
Okay.
Is gonna
That's
like
tough.
I really really liked The Covenant. Jake Gyllenhaal movie. I've talked about it a few times on here now. I highly recommend people check it out. It's a Guy Ritchie directed film. It came out about a month and a half ago. I really, really enjoyed that movie. It has an identical storyline to this Gerard Butler movie. And that's why I wanted to see this. Because if you read the descriptions for both these movies, do you have the description there for Kandahar? And if you could also pull up the one for Covenant, Dante, and just rattle them off real quick.
I fuck with Gerard Butler. Why are you looking at it? Yeah, go ahead. Why are you looking it up? I fuck with Gerard Butler, though. That's my guy.
I do, too.
Covenant still in the theater?
I don't think it is.
Okay. I'll wait for it to come to streaming. I ain't mad. Just like I'm going to do with Fast 10 Part 2. And what'd you say you saw today?
Kandahar.
Kandahar. Okay. What's that other old movie that you said you wasn't going to see? Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I'm not
Doppelgang? What's it called?
You got it right the first time.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the lead actor for that, but I'm not going to go see that movie. I saw that preview in the movie theater today, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in like multiple Nolan movies now.
That dude?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he in 1977?
No, 1917, you mean?
Yeah, whatever.
No, I don't think. Maybe,
yeah, it was no wars in 77. I'm bugging. Yeah, 1917.
He might have been now that you say that, but he played Scarecrow in Batman.
That's what he is. Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
That's my guy. His face is very...
Yeah, it's not in the movies anymore.
Covenant?
Yeah. Do you have the descriptions for both?
Yeah, and I just read them, and they really are the same.
Read Covenant first, because that one came out first.
So Covenant is, during the war in Afghanistan, a local interpreter risks his life to carry an injured sergeant across miles of grueling terrain.
Okay, and now read the Kandahar one.
Kandahar, a CIA operative and his translator free from special forces in Afghanistan after exposing a covert mission.
They're identical movies. Like they want it to be an identical movie, but what it really is like The Covenant has a heart, right? It has these great acting performances. It has like pretty good action and it has solid drama throughout it, right? It's filmed really, really well. You feel the struggle of the translator, because it's not the Hollywood action dude who is the one who's saving the person. It's not Jake Gyllenhaal. It's the translator who's saving him, and you feel the struggle in him, like how hard it is for him to get him across the country. This movie is Hollywoodized version of that movie. And it's kind of, I like Gerard Butler too, but I find him to be a large problem with why, like, okay, it's not the first time Gerard Butler's done this, right? Because we can go back to White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. Both came out the same exact, like 1 week apart, those two movies came out with identical storylines. So it's not the first time that this has happened. Okay. Which I find kind of an interesting little thread line here. But this happens in Hollywood. A script gets shopped around. Somebody gets their hands on it, decides they don't want to make exactly that, but they make little tweaks to it and kind of make it this. So this is just like none of the acting performances are strong enough. I don't care enough about any of the performances in it. The action is like whatever. It's not great. And it's supposed to be an action movie, whereas the other one was supposed to be more of a thriller.
This the watered down version of The Covenant.
Yeah, I think so. I just think it's what Hollywood would think would get people to go see it.
What's your ranking for this?
It's second to worst movie I've seen.
Second to worst.
Yeah, 65 is the only movie I think that's worse that I've seen this year.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
So
shit, this is
I
this is
wasn't
a
interested,
bologna
dude.
sandwich.
I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know if I really paid attention because I just like same as 65. There was nothing to it that had me hooked. Like
So this is a bologna sandwich, no mayo, no mustard.
yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I think it's bad. Yeah, like
Meatloaf?
I'm sure there's people like here's the thing. I think people who don't see The Covenant who see this might enjoy it, but like
It's better than Extraction.
I've never seen Extraction.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've never seen Extraction. I'm sure Extraction's better. Honestly, and Extraction's the
You
next.
should see that, bro.
I'll watch it before Extraction 2 comes out.
It's a good movie.
I've tried watching it. I just can't get into it.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't know why you ain't seen it.
Do you have the week in the box office for all the major releases? One other thing I wanted before, because we talked about this last week, Dante. I outwardly like laughed at the prediction for Little Mermaid, and I'm pretty sure I don't know where it finished, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be vindicated.
Do you
and
remember
laughing.
what that prediction was?
300 million. Remember that? You read off 300 million, and I started cackling, and it said no a million times.
Hasn't it gotten shitted on?
Mom, yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure I'm vindicated. I think that movie probably did 100 mil.
I haven't
rattle
been
off
keeping
the-
my eye
rattle
on it
off
much,
the-
but I heard it got shitted on.
Rattle off the full box office.
All right. We got Little Mermaid did 117 mil Memorial Day weekend.
So that's an extra day.
Yep. So if you don't count Memorial Day, 95 mil.
Barely striking 100.
It's about what I expected.
You got Kandahar came in at 2.4 mil on the weekend. 3
See,
mil if you count Memorial
Why
Day.
couldn't you go in order of the full box office?
What do you mean?
First, second,
This didn't
third,
come in
fourth?
second in the box office. Kandahar, what came in second in the box office?
Yeah.
You just normally pull up a list that has them all listed.
You looking real Deontay.
God damn it.
Damn, Deontay. Act like you did this before.
Weekend. You know what? Now you got me all thrown off.
All right.
I don't know how this has thrown you off.
My man is working
Every
too
week
hard.
we come in and I'm like,
every fucking
and I'm like,
week.
I need the box office.
Pre-production. I'm breaking the third wall. Hey, yo, pull up the box office for me. Yo, don't worry, I got you.
And like, I get
man.
that you pulled up the individual movies, but wouldn't it have just been easier for you to have pulled up the list with all of them?
Note to self for the future.
Bro, see, this is why you needed a shot to start off the show, bro. You would have been right.
All right, so Little Mermaid topped it, right? 100 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got who came in second.
You can't say all right like
Yo,
you have the
bro.
goddamn answers when you
This
still
is-
haven't pulled it up. You know how to pull this up. You did this with me last week.
These are stalling words. Leave me alone.
There's just a tab that gives you the week. You're going movie by movie still.
Yeah, I am.
Why?
You can
Oh
just
my
pull it
God,
up with
do I have to
everything.
Google now?
I don't give a shit. You were on IMDb. You could have found it without Googling probably.
This is great. Hey, Dante, I appreciate your hard work, bro. You be out here getting to it.
It's not that I don't appreciate it. I genuinely do. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the green screen work he does every week. I make sure to compliment him more than I normally ever would. But like, there's times like this that it's like, what are we doing here?
That Dominic Toretto chain, I'm telling you, fucked you up.
Oh, God.
And you're just going to websites that I don't like. Like, you got it on IMDb so quickly last week. Because remember, I was like, oh, you're better at this than I am now.
Did I actually?
Yes,
I
dude.
don't
What
think
the
I
fuck?
did.
Yes, because I did it. It's recorded last week. I asked you for box office. I tried pulling it up myself. I couldn't. And I was like, hey, you're better at this than I am now. And you just pulled it up in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I found it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that we've gotten here. Thank you. Thank God.
Fuck, are y'all ready? Yes, bitch.
We have Little Mermaid at 95 mil. Fast 10 at 23 mil.
Oof. Crazy
Yep.
drop off.
Guardian still at 20 mil.
Okay.
Super Mario still pulling money at 6.3 mil.
Big Mario. Say his name.
Then we got The Machine pulled in 5 mil.
Pretty successful.
I want it better for them.
I mean, for what it went up against this week, and like from a comedy perspective, I think that's pretty respectable.
Yeah, no, I'm not shitting on it. I was saying I wanted them to do better.
Mhm.
Like, personally, I wanted them to do better.
Then we got About My Father at 4.3 mil.
I don't know who that is.
Kandahar at 2.4.
Okay.
and then the rest don't matter.
I think Kandahar, when we talked about it last week, was projected in like the 8 to 10 mil range, wasn't it?
I think so.
And what you just say they came in at
2.4.
Ugh.
Like I said, I couldn't imagine there was much hype around this movie.
It ain't gonna go up. It's only gonna go down.
I don't think that Butler is a draw anymore, honestly.
He ain't.
I think he's gonna do well if he goes back to the well on Olympus. Like, those movies are gonna do well. They have good name recognition. The third one was surprisingly good, I thought.
Or he go back to 300.
No, I ain't trying to see the 55-year-old Leonidas.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do Den of Thieves too.
Okay,
Which
I fucked with Den of Thieves.
I really like Den of
fucked with
Thieves.
Den of Thieves.
O'Shea Jackson.
I fucked with
Jr.
Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves was a good movie.
So I could see him coming back with something like that. But yeah, I just think that like he's very stale. Like this movie was just, there's certain actors, and Vin Diesel could be considered in this. In all honesty,
I'm about to start calling him Mark. I'm about to start calling him Mark.
Oh, it's really yeah. Okay.
Mr. Sinclair.
Yeah,
So
I'm about to start calling him Mark after this bullshit.
There's certain actors that their performances are just vanity roles, right? Like they're boosted egos. The Rock is very much like this too. I was going to include Wahlberg, but I think Wahlberg still actually chooses movies from time to time that are outside of like Gerard Butler's cookie cutter to me, right? Yeah. He just plays the same guy a lot now. Even like the Den of Thieves thing, like the character in Den of Thieves isn't that much different than the character that he is in this movie.
Remember that was my beef with your boy Denzel.
Yeah, but the cookie cutter, right? But that's another one, like where it's like that is something in Hollywood, and then I think when you take movies that aren't very creative, it makes it also kind of difficult to lock into it. Yeah. Like I'm just watching Gerard Butler do Gerard Butler to a point.
Yeah, for sure.
So coming out of this week, we have Transformers coming out this week.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I believe that is the big release of the movie theaters this week.
I don't know if I'm going to check that or not.
I have tickets tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't we also have Across the Spider-Verse this week?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Is that true?
Movie of the summer?
I think so. Release date
Super Mario will actually be movie of the summer, but this will be second.
Release date June 2nd, yeah.
Actually, I'm wrong. It's not Transformers this week. Transformers is next week.
Yes, it's
so Spider-Verse is Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. Number 2 movie of the summer, yo.
Okay, so where do we think Spider-Verse is going to fall from a revenue perspective? And like to give some ideas out here, right? We've had so can you look up what Guardians did week 1? So Fast did 68 mil or 78 mil, Dante?
First week?
First week.
Fast first week did 67 mil.
Okay. So we had 67. I believe that's right in line with Creed did 58 or like 56, something like that. I'd like to know Guardians because I feel like Guardians did like 80.
And
they did a lot more than that.
They did a lot more, like 120?
118.
118? Okay.
What Super Mario did?
Too much.
First week?
They're not touching Super Mario.
Yeah. I just wanted to know what they did.
I got you.
150, I think.
Woo! Big Mario.
Yeah, their first weekend was 146.
Yeah, like that's why I didn't include them because they're going to be the outlier. I
Big
think at
Mario,
cuz. I mean, maybe Spider-Verse proves me wrong on this fact, but like.
So where you fall? I want you to go first. I know you've been talking a lot. I want you to go first so I can see where your headspace is at because you have openly said you are not a Spider-Verse fan. You're a hater. So
where I think it's going to fill from a revenue perspective would be. I mean, if we're doing Guardians at 118, we're getting Little Mermaid at around 100. I have to imagine this pushes 120, 130.
Damn, that was going to be my number. I was going to say 125. That was going to be my number.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's it projecting.
Just scrolling through Google here, I'm seeing anywhere from 70 to 90 million.
Oh, that's pretty low, ski.
Yeah, so last week we said that Little Mermaid was going to fall in a large step under what it was projecting, which I have to imagine that 300 mil was like an early projection because there's just not a world where a movie
Little
does
Mario.
that much.
I did Little Mario. Little Mermaid did 95 with an extra day.
Well, it did 100.
No, it did 117.
Yeah, 117 with the extra day.
Oh, it did 117 with the extra day.
Yeah,
man, yeah, dog. Into the Spider-Verse, I got that at but without the extra day, it did 95.
Yeah,
yeah, I got it at I'm gonna go 115.
What?
I'm gonna go 115. Spider-Verse.
Dante, do you have a guess? or a prediction?
Lenny did 120 to 130. He got a range. I did one. I'm gonna do 115.
I'm gonna say like 75.
You going low ski? You going 75 million?
Yeah.
Can you flesh out that thought a little bit?
Why
Like,
you say that?
Why
you feel that way, buddy?
I think it's because I'm not that excited for it.
I mean, I'm a very big critic of this one.
I know it's kind of like mixed, right? Like there's a lot of people like you that just weren't that happy with the last one. They thought it was good, but they thought it was overhyped. And then there's also the people that loved it, and I think that's not going to really carry it through.
Am I not in the grave minority of people who like I don't think I know a lot of people at all that don't like this movie.
I've honestly heard 50-50, yeah.
Can you pull
50-50?
Can you pull Rotten Tomatoes? Because I think that 50-50 is a very egregious number, Dante.
It's egregious. So can I ask you a question, Dante? You said you aren't excited for this movie. Can you give me an example of what movies you are excited for, dog?
Why? Honestly, the biggest movie I'm looking forward to this summer is the Gran Turismo movie.
Anything outside of Gran Turismo?
Does that come out in the summer?
In August.
Okay. What's the summer? Yeah. Anything else that you've seen previously that you were excited about?
What you mean?
This
like
summer?
Something I've already seen?
Yeah, that you were excited about it going into it. I'm just asking to understand your thought processes here.
I don't think I've really been too excited for anything. I was pleasantly surprised with Mario, but I don't even think I was excited for that.
So nothing kind of gets you going other than car movies. You ain't been excited for nothing.
Yeah, he's an even keeled dude. I will say, like, I don't think Dante really goes into any movies that I see with him negatively, like with a negative outlook or perspective on it either. Much probably the same as me in a lot of ways. But I one thing I would point out, right, there is a major similarity here between what Mario offers and what Spider-Verse offers.
So for me, a large reason I didn't really care much for Into the Spider-Verse is it sounds stupid, but I really didn't like the art style.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it personally. I think
that's fair.
That's
a fair critique to me.
Took me out of it.
That's a fair critique to me. I'm okay with that.
Now, I would can you read off what Rotten Tomatoes? I mean,
so
obviously we shit on Rotten Tomatoes.
You remember Rotten Tomatoes shat on Mario.
But what's to the right of Rotten Tomatoes score?
The audience score?
Okay, what's that?
93.
All right.
For Spider-Man.
Yes, Into the Spider-Verse.
Come on, man.
So this is where I'm saying, like, I'm not saying I'm the only person who doesn't like this movie, but I do think that this is widely regarded as a very, very, very good movie.
It is. I'm rolling.
It's considered one of the best Spider-Man movies.
I'm rolling. Sure, it is.
It killed it in the box office first go around. And like I was saying, there is one very big similarity to me in the reason this movie, I think, will do 120 to 130. There is the widest range of ages that are going to be interested in seeing this movie, quite the same as what Mario had. This is going to range anywhere from your nieces and your nephews,
kids, all the way to the grown-ups.
Yeah. Yes, all the way to 30 and 40-year-olds that are going to be in this movie seeing this, right?
You make a lot of great points,
so
Leonard.
that spells to me box office success.
Smizash. Pass or smash?
We're not doing that.
I don't even know how to
What
really
do you mean?
answer.
What do you mean we're not doing that? Why we can't do pass or smash?
No, I'm with you.
Pass or smash?
Well, so here's the thing. Like, I think it's going to be smash.
So you smash the Spider-Man.
But personally, my excitement level is a pass, right? Like, I'm not excited in it, but I think that the way I go into movies, the way I'm going to come out of it, I'm going to be like, yeah, it was fine. Like, I actually don't want to be too down on it going in because you know how I am. Like, I think if I build myself up too much in one direction, it'll get me kind of hard.
Oh, yay. Hey, dog, what?
You asked me smash or pass.
Hey, yo. Deontay, smash or pass on Spider-Man?
Like, how I think I'm going to feel about it?
Sure.
Probably going to be a pass. I might flirt with it a little bit, but, pass.
Hey, yo. So you gonna pass on Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna be successful? It's not a smash.
This wasn't a question of success.
Okay.
It's a question of how I was gonna feel about it.
So you think it's a pass?
I mean, he doesn't think it's gonna be a success because I think if it comes in at 75 million, that's a flop.
That's a flop. I think anything under 100 for Spider-Man is a flop.
Yeah.
To me, that's why I got it. I'm being generous at the 115.
It's just there's not a world to me where like Guardians 3 is pulling the money it did, and word of mouth helps Guardians a lot. Like that movie, everybody seems to really like it.
Same thing for Super Mario.
Honestly, even if it comes in at 75, when you count international, that'll be a success. It only has $100 million budget.
I'm only ever talking about domestic. Personally, me.
But the money counts.
It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's gonna be very successful internationally too. I think a movie like this, though,
that's like you.
It's probably gonna do more internationally, right?
That's like when you bring into me. Sorry to bring it back. I just wanted to make the point. That's like when you bring into me that Fast X China was the #1 revenue getter for Fast X. Like it's like, yeah, that's cool, man. But like, what did it do domestically? You know what I'm saying? To me, no shade to anybody. But
I mean, it's at what, 100 mil for domestic. That we don't have to go back to it, but that's not terrible.
No. And that wasn't me shitting on it either. I'm just saying that's the only stat that I care about.
It's kind of one of those things though, to where it's like an animated movie especially, and then you add in the fact it's a Marvel animated movie, you put those layers into it. The similar to how Mario, every week we come in here and read the box office out, and often we're like, damn, this is still making money. I think a movie like Into the Spider-Verse is kind of going to take the baton from Mario, and it's going to have a really strong week 1. It might not be 120, 130, maybe it is 100. But I think 75 is low. I think that's
you got what? Low. Come on, Merrick.
I'm sticking 120, 130. But I think the more impressive thing will be.
Can I get a realer number other than the range? Stick to something.
120.
You going 120?
125.
Okay.
I mean, I just
want to put your feet to the fire.
It's just impossible to give an exact total, I don't think. But if you I'll split the difference. Yeah, 125.
Price is right, bro. Higher, lower. What's the difference?
We talk a lot about holds, like second and third week holds in the box office.
Yeah.
Right? So this was a bad second week for Fast. Like I in my knowledge of box office, like I would say for a movie of this nature, because what it tells me is to go from 70 mil to round off, right, to drop to 28 mil or something like that, that's a 60% drop off, right? Like that means by next week you're probably going to be in the range of like 15. I would say Creed, I think, did similar drop off numbers, whereas I'm pretty sure Marvel, like with Guardians, held pretty strong week over week. I think it was only like a 40% drop off. I would say Spider-Man, you're going to be looking at it being like, if it does 120 mil this week, I think you're still coming in at like 80. Yeah, like 75, 80 in week 2.
Yeah.
Because now you're in summer months. Now you got kids out of school. Now you have a lot of other variables to keep in mind.
Yeah. I can take my kids here, see this movie 4 or 5 times.
We'll have to wait to see if it's good, to a point.
Yeah. That's all contingent upon if it's trash or not. Because if it's trash, then definitely not.
Is it the same? Is it the same people who wrote it?
The same people who wrote Spider-Man wrote Super Mario?
No, I'm talking about Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, I'm about to say, hey, that's hard.
The first into the second.
Shout out Yoshihama Yokohama.
Is that who did it?
Mm-hmm.
You just made that up?
No, I made it.
That sounds like a made-up name. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy that you did that. Yeah.
Look at you trying to call me out with some shit. You of all people. Oh, man.
Oh, we asked about like the directors?
Writers.
Writers.
Screenplay.
Phil Lord.
That's a hard name.
Praise him.
Let's see. Phil Lord.
You ever thought about having a stage name?
What was your stage name?
I don't know, son. That's why
Not on stage.
Nah,
it's the
well,
same
Vin Diesel
thing
ain't on stage either.
He is on they film on a stage.
Mark Sinclair.
Same person?
Same person on both
Phil
of them,
Lord.
yeah.
Yeah, shout him out. What would be your stage name, Deontay? Because you got mad
Definitely
stage
not
names.
that.
You got mad stage names. I've never met a person with more stage names in my life.
Yeah, you can thank that motherfucker for all of them.
You got mad stage names. What was the
sorry,
one that
should
we
I
was gonna
point
make
that
you when you was gonna be a stripper?
Whoa.
What was that name?
Whoa. What?
You was gonna be a stripper at one point, or prostitute. One of them.
What?
I was gonna manage you.
What?
You don't act like you don't remember. Do you remember this? It was
Yeah.
like Fruit Boy Summertime.
Nah. This conversation never happened.
No,
Definitely.
this did happen.
This did happen. I'm not
What?
making it up.
I don't recall this.
You were there. You was down for it too, because we was gonna make some money. I was gonna like sell your merch and shit.
I did just realize there's one interesting piece of competition this week for Into the Spider-Verse.
What is that, good sir?
We have a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart piece coming out this week.
I'm over that shit.
What?
Yeah,
I'm good.
they got a movie dropping this week.
What is it called?
DC's League of Super Pets.
You sure that's this week?
I got June 2nd.
Huh.
What are your thoughts, Deontay? Because I don't want to shit on any more movies today.
I don't think I've seen a single trailer for this movie. I haven't seen any talk about it, so I don't think it's gonna do a ton. But
Although I did, speaking of dogs, though, I am excited for that Strays movie. I want to see that. That shit look funny. They did the mushrooms and was high and shit. Yeah, bro. I'm excited. I want to see that for sure.
I got June 2nd for that coming out. I don't think it's actually going to be competition. I do think it's interesting dropping a kids movie on the same weekend that you're going to drop Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what is a parent going to bring you to? And maybe this is skewing on the younger age of children than Spider-Verse is to a point. Yeah. But it does set itself up in my mind a bit to be the Rock is just going to continue attaching himself to this idea that he's not a good box office person anymore. Because I think when you see this movie come in at possibly I'd say this movie's going to come in at third or fourth in the box office, right? Because I don't think it's going to beat Little Mermaid, regardless whether the quality's there or not. And it's not going to beat Spider-Verse. So your minimum, in my mind, going to come in at third, unless it shocks me. So it's like, does he want to keep... It's just going to build that idea more and more that he can't sell in movie theaters anymore. And I think Kevin Hart has that same stigma attached to him a little bit.
I've been on that. You know me. I'm not a Kevin Hart movie guy.
Kevin Hart's been smart to a point, though, because he switched primarily to Netflix and some of those other outlets where you're taking a fixed amount of money. You're going to end up getting we don't know how accurate those charts are. It's just like Rotten Tomatoes to me is the Netflix top 10. Mm-hmm. Like, of course, when their movie comes out on a weekend with a big actor, it's going to be the most watched thing in America on their charts.
Of course.
I'm not shocked by that. Yeah. But I don't know that I actually believe that people, because I don't go around and talk to anybody who saw The Man from Toronto.
I did not see that.
No.
Although I like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. No, it's not that. I'm not saying I love Kevin Hart because I understand where he's watered down a bit now. He's gotten stale because he's kind of the same a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. But I still enjoy the shtick for the most part. Yeah. But he's not, unless they do Jumanji, they don't make money in the box office.
Yeah, I like Jumanji too, though.
Yeah.
That's the one part I like Jumanji.
Yeah, because that's good. I mean, good might be an exaggeration a little bit, but it's what it's supposed to be.
It's what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. That's what profound words.
So, but do you agree it kind of hurts the Rock's credibility a little bit as a Hollywood star to keep being in, like, is the most recent thing you have in the back of your mind about The Rock is Black Adam?
Yeah. You know what? Kevin Hart more so, but The Rock is following along this same path of the Eddie Murphy debacle, where you have pigeonholed yourself into a certain kind of movie that is successful, but not really you. Mm-hmm. And you have to do this to be successful, or no one gives a fuck. They are both, to me, trending that way. The Rock, maybe a little bit less because he's not a comedian and still wildly popular as The Rock, but ain't that much runway left. That shit is slowly going away, bro.
I think The Rock would do better to show, like, because I think what makes him popular in real life, right, is he has a lot of humility. I think when he comes down to his real life persona, I think he comes off as very likable. And I think when I watch him in a movie aspect now, what I talked about earlier as far as movies for some actors just being vanity projects, I think his inability to humanize himself in his acting roles, because he does feel like a superhero. Basically, whether it's Black Adam or it's any of his other movies, what is his character in Jumanji?
Not the hero.
It's a superhero to a point. The big muscular guy who can,
I guess.
Like, I understand it. What humanizes that character isn't The Rock. It's the fact that the person who he's supposed to be playing, this kid who doesn't have like that courage and everything, is what humanizes the character.
You think The Rock goes to Marvel?
I think if the same reason I said last week that he's back in the Fast franchise is because he needs to attach himself to roles that make his box office success look good again. And for that reason, if Marvel paid him enough money, it was a role that was appealing to him. I think he's on the outs with DC at this point, because he tried to rewrite their whole entire thing, and instead they just went and got James Gunn and was like, we can't let you do this. You didn't make any fucking money.
Yeah. Like, can't wait for Black Beetle to be a box office smash.
Blue Beetle?
Yeah. What I said?
Black Beetle.
Yeah, my fault. I was thinking of Black Adam. That's
Yeah,
why.
I mean, I can't imagine that movie's going to do anything.
That was me being sarcastic.
We're 2 weeks out from The Flash, and as we transition into movie news for this week, I did read something today saying that they would not recast and I appreciate them at least putting a firm foot down from what I've seen on this. They're not going to recast Ezra Miller in another Flash movie. They said they can't think of a person who's going to play that role better than what he plays it.
I hate that, bro.
Why?
I don't want to get too deep, but
aside from privilege, because I assume that's going to be part of it.
That's why I said I don't want to get too deep, and you know how I get about certain things that I'm passionate about. But yeah, that's what it is for sure. In so many words, this is a lot of privilege, and we live in a time where shit is microwaved, and the hot topic is Jonathan Majors and the shit that he's going through right now. And everybody is fucking jumping ship.
Again, I think that's kind of blown over since the last time we talked about it to a point too.
Since the last time, maybe
they're still sticking.
They are not. They're making moves to recast. But I think more to me, I just want to believe that Marvel, being the successful financial franchise that it is hey, we're also no dumbasses. We have to plan for if this shit goes left. But
it is also different when you have Disney attached to something.
That. Sure, maybe. I'll roll with that. You know what I mean? But to me, that's even more so of saying something like, oh, well, Disney said no. Okay. Ezra Miller did wilder shit. Kidnapped the kid.
Made like a little sex cult thing.
Okay, my fault. My bad.
Yeah, I think they made
That's nuts. That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. In Hawaii. Dude is off the chain, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way. Anyways, yeah. I don't like the privilege, but such is life.
Yeah, there's nothing new that's really
I'm not just not because it's new don't mean that I don't want to.
But like I'm saying, we talked about this 3-4 weeks ago now, and like that story still hasn't progressed at all. The Jonathan Majors stuff.
His PR team dropped him.
Yeah, but we talked about that.
That's okay, yeah. Now, so I'm just saying that was the last thing his PR team dropped him.
Yeah, I mean, but
I don't. Disney hasn't said no, but they also haven't been like they took his name off of everything.
Warner Brothers definitely distanced itself from Ezra Miller as well. I think it comes down to he's been out of the news cycle for several months now, and there was a time where Ezra Miller could not keep himself from getting in trouble. So I think that helps. They were already too far into the development of the movie that they weren't going to recast him. I think it's more interesting now to say the next movie, if we get to a Flash 2, which we don't know, because if this movie bombs, like it doesn't matter, right?
What
like,
if it's a success? Play the other side. Don't bomb it. Play it as a success.
I think it's a 60 to 70% chance that this movie is successful.
So then now he's he's doing other movies. Now he's doing more.
So I don't know that he's really getting cast in other movies currently. Can you
I'm saying
that for me, Dante?
right?
Ezra Miller, like IMDb, and see what he has for upcoming roles. Because even you look at the way that they're promoting The Flash, it's being promoted as a Batman movie to me more than it's being promoted as a Flash movie. Like you're seeing a lot of Keaton in that. You're seeing a lot of Supergirl. Like they're definitely focusing on the exterior parts.
They need extra folks to make his shit pop, which is crazy because Flash is that guy. But whatever.
I'm hearing mixed things on the TV show's finale.
You hearing what?
Mixed things on the TV show's finale.
I ain't see it yet.
I saw some clips on TikTok that looked really bad.
Hey, my guy. Whoa. So I ain't seen it yet.
All
right, be cool.
I mean,
hey, Candace Patton. I don't know if you ever gonna see this, baby girl, but listen here. If I see you on the streets, Miss Candace Patton, it's up for you, okay? I just want you to know that.
You should probably put some like context to that because you say it's up for her.
You're right. I'm sorry. Let me slow down. That sounded crazy. In front of people who will watch this, Miss Candace Patton.
You're a respectful woman.
Yeah, I'm about to get there.
Okay, just make sure.
I apologize. You are a lovely actress. Elegant, graceful
queen.
Phenomenal queen. And the day that I run across you in the streets, the best riz that I can think of.
Smack you on the ass.
I'm not going to do that.
All right.
The best riz that I can think of at this time.
Up until that one.
Oh my God, is coming your way. I need you in my life, Miss Candace Patton. I hope this reaches your ears.
I hope it does too.
Yeah.
I'd love this to be a love connection.
For sure. I'm not sliding in your DMs because that's wild. But
He'll try to slide somewhere else though. You let him.
come on now, respectfully, organically and respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
organically, like you'll use biodegradable condoms.
hey yo, I just wanna take her out to dinner, get to know her a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, show her, let her be the real her. She don't gotta do all that Hollywood shit with me. She can keep it funky.
Did you find anything?
Ezra Miller don't got shit on the books after the Flash.
Fuck that mean? What does that mean?
That Hollywood is not coming a calling for my friend.
Good.
No,
You also I think a lot of people are a lot of people are mum on that shit because of the community that he's a part of. You don't want to offend them. You can't rock the boat with them.
We talked about the Jays.
The who?
Who?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Which community? I just want because
yes.
I've taken shots recently. And I got to be careful.
You do got to be careful. That's why I'm trying to be PC myself. The community that he's a part of, they don't play. They will fuck you up.
Isn't he
they
like an atheist though?
What the fuck? That don't got nothing to do with
like
that.
A Satanist or something. I don't know.
That's not the community.
We're not afraid of Satanists.
First of all, I love Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of
I'm not scared of the devil.
I ain't afraid of no Satanist.
Yeah. Listen, what I am afraid of,
You're on the wrong side of history, buddy.
I'm afraid of the Jays.
Yeah.
Because they do not fuck around.
I've been trying to get in the ring with the Jays.
Not me.
Figure that's the way to get the shit to take off.
Yeah, hey, that's you know what? We should get a third. That's a J.
I would love to know a J.
You do know a J. You know 2 J's.
Oh well, no, that doesn't count. Probably.
You know 2 J's.
I know at least one that I think you're talking about, and that wouldn't play. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
I know one. I don't know the second one.
Off cam when I tell you.
No, we'll just have Dante add a bleep onto this. What do
I can say? You gonna bleep it?
Yeah.
Just say the first name.
Wait,
Diddy
what?
Combs? No, I'm genuine now. I don't know who you're talking about.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Are we?
Aren't you making a reference for Jays as
No.
No.
Oh!
I would never come at the.
I'm gonna have to.
I thought you.
In that segment.
Oh my god! Bleep all of that shit. I thought he was trying to be funny and just not be offensive to the.
No,
and you were saying the Jays.
Yeah.
Oh nah! I want no parts of that shit.
Yeah, now you know. Yeah, you're like, I need to get off this shit. Yeah.
No. I don't think he's a part of that community. I was saying he's a part of the.
So you know the Jays I was talking about. You know at least one of the Jays I was talking about.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, that
Who?
wouldn't really fly.
No.
Can we bleep this? Can you just tell me so we don't got to keep going? Who's the J?
So much editing.
I know.
Nah, give me some, cuz.
We're just gonna have to cut that whole.
Yo.
Yeah, it's crazy that the only thing that I have to cut out of this whole fucking podcast is when I talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Hey fam, listen here.
So wait, you're not okay. So you think
Let's get back.
Yeah. So Ezra Miller, I get what you were saying about Ezra Miller because I thought you were saying that he's.
No. I'm talking about the.
Is he?
Oh yeah, no, for 100%.
I just looked him up.
100% confirmed.
Like,
well, no, I was talking about the.
Oh no! I'm talking about the.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the G. My
He's
boy.
also an H, an L,
He's
an M, and an O.
According to Wikipedia, he does identify as a J.
Oh, he's double. Oh shit!
That's a powerhouse. You can't cancel him.
You can't. That's what I'm. Bro,
He's aligned as Infinity Stones.
are you you hearing what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm saying to you. This is exactly what I was trying to tell you, bro. I didn't even know he was a J.
Hey, you know what Jonathan Majors could be?
Oh,
A J?
He could be a and a.
That's the only way to get back in.
Power couple?
He been dating Hey, yo.
Oh my god.
I was just about to tell you who he's dating.
Yeah,
Megan Good, sexy
Megan Good,
ass.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying you're saying like things are looking down for him since the last time we talked.
Yeah.
Since the last time we talked, his rehab.
First of all, let's be very, very clear on some things. Let's be very clear on some things. I love Megan Good.
Yes.
She's also old and washed. She's not A-list. Megan Good ain't A-list.
But she's not washed.
The fuck is Megan Good done
Wasn't
for
there
you
like
lately?
a podcast like 3 or 4 months ago? I said somebody that was washed, and I was like, we were talking about Britney Spears. She's washed.
Yeah.
Britney Spears is washed.
Megan Good's not washed.
You're saying Britney Spears is washed?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying Megan Good is not washed?
Can we get a?
I just said she's attractive.
Yeah. So what? You're just saying Hollywood washed?
Yeah.
She was never really it.
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. She was in Think Like a Man.
There was a lot of people in Think Like a Man. That was
Hey,
an ensemble cast.
look at her though. Look at her though.
Yeah,
She
she's washed.
is bad.
That's not washed.
She's bad.
I do think you're like,
But she's also she's. Let me not do that. You know what? Shout you out, Megan Good.
you're like his PA left him or whatever. Like it's like his agency left him. It's like no, they didn't. They told him to go wife up Megan Good and like do the re-roll.
Dump the white girl and go date Megan Good.
Yeah, get the re-roll out, dude. Like that's what he did. Like he lined it up nice.
Yeah, because once you lose the support of the black community, and you're not a J or a G, it's over.
Yeah, but he can become a J and a G whenever he wants to. Don't forget that.
He can. Then he'll have a whole nother community. But
It's funny to have like we're gonna have at least like a 2-minute stretch there where like
bleep, bleep.
No, that might just have to be a full cut.
I'm undecided. In real time of editing this in my brain, I'm undecided.
It's only funny because we're talking around each other. You're like, he's a J. I'm like, yeah, he's definitely J. Oh, he's definitely J, bro, for sure. You're like, oh, really? No, that motherfucker is J.
All right. We got 13 minutes left on this here podcast. I have 2 other things. Well, actually, I'm going to save one for what I've watched. But did you see any of the news on Deadpool 3?
No, I have not. I mean, I know the basics, but no news. No, what's up?
So they've started filming.
Yay.
And the tough thing with the timing of them beginning filming is there's obviously the writer's strike currently.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Currently the writer's strike. Because Ryan Reynolds is a credited writer of the script of this movie, while there is the active writer's strike, they can film this movie. He cannot improvise any lines.
Well, that's whack.
So the thought process around that, though, now is that he probably still will, not during filming, but what will happen is in post, because a lot of it's with the mask on or whatever, he'll probably improvise lines in post that they'll add in. But as far as in real-time filming stuff, they have to follow the script. Letter of the law. They're also, I read today that they're going to be bringing back several X-Men characters.
Back or introducing?
No, so back. James Marsden, who played Cyclops in the original X-Men. Well, yeah, the original X-Men movies. Femke Jansky, which is I think her last name is Jansky, but Femke is definitely her first name. She is Rogue in the not a Rogue.
Jubilee.
No, maybe I am talking about Rogue. His girl, his wifey.
Whose wifey?
Cyclops.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Yes, thank you. Yeah, she plays Jean Grey. And there was somebody else that was coming back as well. I can't remember.
Listen, is Halle Berry coming back as
Jackman
Storm?
was coming back, no?
Yeah, he's already like the big, like well-known one. Yeah.
Is Halle Berry coming back as Storm?
Not in this movie, but I do like that, like, because obviously they've teased X-Men in the first 2 movies. I like that you're going to start getting more of that integrated now that we're getting more of the blend of X-Men. You've seen a lot of rumored casting too recently for Fantastic Four. Like that, it's like every other day I see a new rumored casting for Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
so
they trying, boy. They trying with Fantastic Four. They really need Fantastic Four to pop.
They do.
They really need for the franchise of Marvel to not have any Fantastic Four storyline when Doctor Doom is such a big villain is nutty.
I think for them to get their next, like, because if you know, like everything peaks and valleys, right? I think it'd be fair to say right now they're not in a valley by any means. I don't want to overblow the statement, but I would say they were at a peak, right, with Endgame. And I think they've definitely come down quite a bit on the back half of Endgame. Not to any fault of their own. I think when you get as high up as they have, it's going to be hard to ever match that level. But I think the way that they are able to get to their next peak, ascend to their next peak, is through X-Men and is through Fantastic Four. Because those are the two properties that have the most that they can flesh out and integrate into what they're doing. I think Deadpool is another part of this. Now that like it's more integrated into the entire Marvel landscape, that's another one where it's like that character has enough love and has been good enough through the 2 movies that you've gotten so far that I think that you'll see some success come from there too. But I think integrating them will make a big difference.
I hope so. Shit. I'm ready. Dr. Doom, my guy. Silver Surfer, my favorite Marvel character. Swaggy cool ass Silver Surfer. Man. Cool as hell.
Cool as hell.
That's my guy.
I remember him like showing up in like the 90s X-Men and he's just like fucking
come on, cuz.
Yeah,
motherfucking cool as shit. Yeah. Ball ass head, silver, surfing on y'all bitch asses. That's smooth as shit.
I know he was my favorite character in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance video game.
Okay.
I didn't know you probably haven't played that game. Yeah, I didn't know you played that, Dante. I never played that one.
I think that was on like PS2 or something.
Yeah, there've been a couple of them, but
like one of the first ones.
Not necessarily my, because it's more of an RPG version of not an RPG, but like turn-based more version of like a fighter, right?
Turn-based, but I could give you RPG. Yeah, like you build up your team and shit.
Okay, maybe that's more what I was thinking.
Right.
So let's get into what we have watched and what we were going to watch. I want to put Love Connection as we do here. Dante's watching Blacklist.
Oh shit, are you?
Yeah, I took your rec.
Bro, thank you. That makes me feel so good. You fucking love Raymond yet?
Yo, I'm fucking with it.
Raymond is that fucking guy.
How many episodes in are you?
So I'm still not that deep. I'm like
pause.
Damn, pause.
You probably wouldn't have got that deep anyway.
Yeah, for real. Relax yourself. Yeah. You little hornball. I'm not that deep.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Right put that little shit away.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Holster it.
Yeah.
We're not.
I'm not that deep yet.
God damn. All right.
That's all you got to offer, bro?
I think I'm like 12 episodes in. Moving on.
Okay, man. Yeah. Raymond, I told you, I've said it on many occasions on this show. Raymond Reddington, top 3 villain of all time. And if you really press me, I might give you top 1 or 2.
Is this a show, from your perspective, D, that, because you know how there's like those shows where it's like the first season's the best? Like, is this it?
No.
So there's better seasons to come.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to for you, Dante.
Yeah. There is a little moment in the middle where it drags, but once you 10 seasons in, yeah, of course.
That's the craziest thing that he was talking about is how many seasons in that show is. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and it's good. It's like 20 seasons. Good ass shows, bro. Good ass show.
That's a lot of episodes to get through. God damn.
Bro, I'm telling you, as it goes, you really don't even. It's not one of them shows that drags.
It's 200 episodes? I know you've told me the seasons, so I assume it's 200 episodes.
While you look that up,
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. What have I been watching? I think the same thing that I came in and said last time. Flash is about to end. Sad, somber moment. Not to bring it back to Ezra Miller, but Candace Patton again, baby. I love you. That's really all I've been watching as far as like TV shows goes. Netflix, I haven't been watching anything. No. HBO, all of my HBO shows is gone. I'm gonna start Succession.
Yeah, that just ended this week. I don't watch it, but I mean, people. I was listening to something today that was putting that up there with like the Breaking Bads of the world and like some of those.
That's all I've ever heard. So I'm
shows.
I'm going to start Succession.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you? What you got, big dog?
It's 196 episodes, by the way.
You were right on target. Look at
it's
you.
actually 210.
Oh shit! So I was even more on target. That's like the tough thing with that, right? And obviously, like I fucking watched Dawson's Creek from start to finish. I'm a psychopath. Don't get me wrong.
What's the Dawson's Creek?
That's One Tree Hill. I've also so that's actually more in line with what I should be saying. I've watched One Tree Hill all the way through, and that's like 11 seasons. So that's 200 and something episodes. It's like it's just daunting.
What's the Dawson's Creek song? Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, you hung up. Yeah, I got you. You ain't doing it good.
Yeah, my voice is all cracking from the hangover.
You want to know a secret? I've never seen one of them shits.
That's okay. I mean, like I don't anticipate most people have. That's what I like. You know, what are you gonna do?
One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek. I think I'm aging myself. Might have watched a couple episodes of 90210 ever.
Yeah. So that one I would like to watch more. I think.
Yeah.
Because I've watched like a decent amount.
What's the other white show that the little white girl show that everybody? The OC.
The OC was my first.
Yeah,
The OC was my first.
Laguna
favorite.
Beach.
That was a reality show though.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I never fucked with none of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had better shit to do.
Again, like they're not good. Like I get that. It's like it's my like trash TV that I watch kind of deal.
Watch the OC, sell something on the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Sell some OC, watch some OC.
Yeah, come on now.
So I watched this week, and I was interested to hear if you've taken a look at it yet. I watched White Man Can't Jump.
Nah, you asked me that last night, and I told you no.
Did I ask you that last night?
You did.
Damn, I was drunk.
Yeah, no.
Like you rewatched the Wesley Snipes one?
No, I watched the new one.
No. He asked me, did I see the new one yet?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah. You seen the old one, Dante?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Here's the thing.
Thank you.
I think this is a movie that's another one that's going to be very divisive, and I think most people aren't going to enjoy it because it's so nostalgic based in the first one, right? Especially culturally, I understand, totally get it. Coming in from like a person who doesn't have any type of bias towards the original, personally, like it was fine. Like I'm not going to tell you it's the best thing in the world, but I did find that I laughed at some of the scenes. I thought the basketball overall was decent. Jack Harlow wasn't good, but he wasn't terrible. And the dude, I wish I remembered his name now. He's going to be in that The Blackening.
Yeah.
He's going to
He
be
was
in
in
that.
Power.
Yeah, okay.
He was in Power too.
That's
was right up Dante's alley.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty solid. He got killed in Power too.
Damn spoiler.
Yeah. I mean,
What season?
like 2.
Nah.
He got killed off early. Fuck this
Shit.
motherfucker.
What's his name?
Pow. Forget his name. He was fucking Ghost's wife though. Shot this motherfucker dead.
Oh, I thought you said he was Ghost's wife.
No. He was fucking Ghost's wife.
Okay, do you have his name?
Murked.
Trying to find. Cinqua Walls.
Yeah, there you go.
Seneca Wells?
Seneca Walls.
I can't pronounce that.
I don't know about his name. Yeah, that's him.
Seneca.
Though. That's him.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's going to be one of those people, I think, for me right now that as I see him get into more roles, I'll probably keep an eye out to kind of watch.
Yeah.
Because, you can kind of spot out those people who are going to end up doing more. And I feel like he kind of has that vibe.
I like him a lot. I liked him in Power. That's the only other thing I've seen him in since then. So
I would say that's the big one that I've seen. As far like I said, this week I'm gonna go see Spider-Verse. That's really the only thing on the docket, I think, really coming out this week that has any interest. I still need to get out and see The Machine. I might catch that later this week too.
Word up.
I'm not gonna see The Little Mermaid. We had talked last week about maybe if that got good reviews, good word of mouth, we would see it. Not happening.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it. Are we still on for The Blackening as a family?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yes.
And
Y'all listen, it's gonna be one of the best movie review episodes ever. I'm trying to tell y'all. The Blackening, that's the one y'all need to be prepared for.
I feel like you're hyping it up so much, like you've already seen it.
I haven't. And I need to stop because when I hype it up, Lenny is gonna go into it so contrarian because I've hyped it. I don't know a shit about it. I'm just happy that there's a black horror movie that's gonna talk to all of the black stereotypes of us in horror movies.
the movie
I think that's
theater
great.
Poster says we can't all die first.
Yes,
Yeah.
Come on, son. That's hard. We can't all die first. What the fuck?
Well, I'd argue you probably could if it was just like they blew up the house.
See, that's some white people shit. Why you do that? Why you do that? That's not funny. Why you do that? What the fuck?
I like the premise of it, and I really want to like it, but I'm getting a little worried that you're overhyping it.
You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing else about it then, because I feel like y'all looking for a reason to hate it already. Y'all looking for a reason to hate it, and it's gonna be funny and fire.
I'm
And I
not
don't like
looking
that.
for a reason to hate it. I just don't expect to love it as much as you expect to love it.
You also aren't black.
What?
You aren't black. Are you an African American?
Bro, yes. I'll take my apology publicly.
That's what I just said. Fuck you. Fuck. Don't get on the cameras. I'll tell you about bitch. I done apologized 2 times. What the fuck? Brief intermission, Dante. You are half black.
Me too.
And you relax, Rachel Dolezal. Relax. And you identify as Dominican. So I apologize for saying that you aren't black and that you can't understand some of the plights of black people. For that reason, now though, I am holding you to a different regard that you absolutely should understand some of the funny shit that's going on in The Blackening and why you should be just as hype as I am. Because the things that happen to me in the scary movies are the same shit that would happen to you in the scary movies. So it should be just as motherfucking funny and you should be just as fucking hype as a black person. That's what you identifying as, right?
Yeah, and I get that perspective completely, but I was telling you, I don't want to get overhyped about it and then get disappointed.
Ain't no disappointments, cuz. We rooting for everybody black to succeed.
This could still be a trash movie.
If it's Soul Plane, I'll let you know, bro. I'll dead ass tell you if it's Soul Plane. Okay?
I fuck with Soul Plane.
See? Yo, wrap this shit up, Liddy, because this motherfucker give me tight.
Plane? Come on.
You thought Soul Plane was tight, huh? This is a tough ass movie to you.
Oh man.
Going along with our theme from last week, Dante, we were talking about claiming a set, and basically D is just asking you to claim the set.
Identify, cuz you banging or not?
Yeah. Well, what?
I'm just trying to understand. You flogging?
I can't 50% claim, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
you
can.
Okay,
though.
then get blooded in, then fool.
You can. You gang or not, bro?
Yeah.
I'm half gang.
Nah.
You're just gang.
You're not gang. You just gang. That's nasty work.
Well,
You ain't really gang.
Well, this has been quite the episode. A lot of ups and downs in this one, huh?
Hey man,
but I enjoy it. You know, I like a good contentious episode every once in a while, and I feel like we gave that to the people this week.
Yeah, shit ain't just all scripted and sugar and rainbows in here, bro.
And it just goes to show, you know, you can say stuff to your boys and you can just keep it rolling. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, because off cam we definitely squabbed, and that's cut out and edited, so it don't even matter.
I'm gonna leave the audio in.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Let the audio listen to the audio.
And honest to God, though, I do think I'm not going to leave the audio in, but I do think that is a productive conversation that was had over a 2-minute process there, and both sides came out the better for it. So it was 5 minutes. Shit,
we talked for a good minute. Yo. Don't disrespect us like that. We're grown men and we can talk about our feelings and get them out properly, Lenny.
It's important.
It's
really important.
Hey man, pound it up. Pause.
Yeah, everybody. Dante.
Jesus Christ.
Zonte, my black brother.
Oh my God.
The Haitian sensation.
Yeah.
Yo, see,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You see, this is, bro. Wrap this shit up right fucking now, son. Because this is the beef. This is the beef.
Joking.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us on Good Taste Weekly.
I would love Dante doing it. Just keep it going. Keep rolling.
I'm
Outros.
Dante. That's D.
Come on, man.
That's Lenny.
Gang.
It's been real.
Oh my God.
For all our viewers, we appreciate you on YouTube. Give us a like. Give us a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We up here every week. And what platforms can they find us on for the audio version?
You need hand
list.
to baton. Got it. All right. Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Pandora.
D's.
Yours?
No, D's nuts.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, D's are too though. Yeah. But D's nuts for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, before we close, this is on the closing, but only because we've been talking about this and the pod is gaining traction and some success. You were noticed last night by someone, a stranger. This was your first. Dante, back me up. This is your first taste of success, bro.
I wasn't noticed by a stranger.
Stranger to you?
No.
Thank you, Dante. Stranger to you?
Because we had met prior.
Barely. You didn't even remember this motherfucker.
Well, so this is gonna extend the pod. The reason I didn't came out of nowhere.
That's it. That's what a stranger is. That's exactly what a stranger is. Sure. A person who comes out of nowhere who you don't know, you're like, oh shit, what's up?
Listen, it is one of those weird things where
tell the story, bro.
There's not really too much of a story there. I will just say this: it is very weird doing this every week, in that I have separated myself from the fact that real people see this outside of who I know. Right?
Yeah.
I just come on here and shoot the shit because I enjoy it. It's not like something that obviously if it gains success, becomes successful, that's what we want. That's the goal. I can't say that's not the case. And the more it does become successful, the more I'll have to become
I'm so
okay
ready
with
for
those
that
things.
maturation, that growth of you to see. Zante, can you imagine successful Lenny? Can you imagine how this motherfucker's gonna dodge people? Oh my God.
Overnight.
I'm so excited.
It is probably the hardest aspect of this because I don't know how to handle those.
You aren't
things.
that person.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to see. So what happened, y'all? Speed, because Lenny didn't tell the story. A friend of mine is in town visiting, and they watched the pod. Lenny has seen this person, met this person in passing, not somebody that he would have remembered. This person then has came back to visit and was like, yo, what's up, man? Fan of the pod. I noticed that was you. Good shit. Keep it going. Lenny was taken aback, like, oh shit, like, you watched the pod. Like, oh, word, appreciate that. Thank you, man. Like, it was Lenny's first time being recognized by someone whom he didn't know. And the look of uncomfortableness on his face is fucking hilarious. And I'm just fully prepared to sit back and be there in every moment when someone tells Lenny who he doesn't know, someone he doesn't know, tells him that they watched the pod. And that's great. I love that.
You also have to realize
we're growing.
Looking at what this episode we've talked about, where when somebody says, hey man, I listened to the pod, I have to really quick be like,
well, what did you see?
yeah, well, which episode did you watch?
How far did you
You
listen?
scared somebody to go square you up?
Because we bleeped some shit out a couple weeks ago.
The Jays? Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Yo, what if the Jays come looking? Both of them.
I'll have to deal.
No, both of the Jays.
And I'll have to deal with it when that time comes. And I will say this: I'm an equal opportunist. I do not.
You
I do not
fight
hate,
everybody.
Yeah, I don't hate anyone. I make commentary and I try to joke about everything. Yeah. That's all it is. It's all in good fun. We appreciate you guys at home. If you could, as Dante mentioned, drop a like, hit us with a comment. We'd like to get some fan participation if we could. And I should put this at the front end of the pod instead of the last of like an hour and a half. Let us know what you want us to go down in terms of history. I think we have an Avicii episode coming up. Yeah, I don't know. That one's a weird one. But somebody requested Avicii. I don't, what are you going to do?
Ceviche?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So we'll.
Oh, of course, the Spanish person laughed at that. That's crazy.
All right, we're out. Peace out.
This motherfucker.
For those with good taste.